A huge day for everyone holding XRP and involved in cryptocurrency. The tide has changed with a pro-cryptocurrency administration and finally the SEC dropping that case against XRP. But there is more. Many people are blinded by the fact that that case has been dropped. But when you peel the onion skin back, it's even more bullish than you think. We're going to break down some of those key things in this video. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Remember, every day we bring you the latest XRP content as well as all you need for this cryptocurrency market to make sure your portfolio is growing every single day. With that being said, let's get into this video. So like we said, the tide has changed. All the money, some of it is certainly flowing into XRP today. The broader market having a very good day as well. Bitcoin up over 5% on the move. XRP topping up around 260 on this news of the SEC case, but this is very bullish. So if you didn't know, the SEC has dropped its case against Ripple. Now, we have to be clear about this. The Ripple side of it hasn't been dropped. So at the minute, there is still potentially that reciprocal case for Ripple against the SEC. Now, they could file for damages. They could file for capital. I think they just need to walk away from it. That's my personal opinion. And I think they move on and build on what we all know is coming, which is global infrastructure using XRP as the payment system. And I think that is very bullish news. However, there is definitely a desire right now that the market is starting to turn. Many people have you believe that the more downside movement is coming, but we've got a very bullish Fed. I've got a video coming out about that very soon, so make sure you check that one out as well. But the XRP news has stimulated the market once again, and we said it would always happen like that. So far, I think on this channel, we are 5 for 5 with XRP predictions. So this is good news. Now, we need to talk about what else is going on. And this is one of the big ones. Bitnomial is to drop the lawsuit against the SEC and launch XRP futures, but more importantly here, with CFTC approval. Okay, what's this all about? Well, this has ultimately been sued, or the exchange has previously been sued by the SEC in October 2024, and it's now dropped its claim and now is opening up XRP futures contract on Bitnomial. This is very bullish indeed. This is going to allow exposure to these straight away as well. These aren't something that we're going to have to wait for. Those ETFs that we're seeing will take a while. This is going to be very quick, very important. And I think we're going to see a significant amount of volume. Lots of people now are super bullish. The exchange confirmed that this is existing clients will gain access now, offering starting March 20th. So you're going to be able to trade futures on the Bitnomial platform. And I think this is a very different shift to what we've seen previously. Again, institutional adoption, opening up the markets to many others. There's a little bit more interesting stuff going on here. This round breaks it down a bit more specifically. Bitnomial's legal team signaled that withdrawing its lawsuit against SEC by filing a notice of voluntary termination, which I think is what we'll get with Ripple as well. The District Court of the Northern District of Illinois, the lawsuit originally filed in October, but given the SDNY's determination XRP is not a security in secondary offerings, XRP futures do not qualify as security futures and therefore fall solely under the jurisdiction of the CFTC. And I think this is a direct change to what we're seeing in the markets. And this, for me, is very, very bullish indeed. People are getting excited. We're seeing huge amounts of volume coming in on the derivatives, as well as open interest is now up 20%. People looking to trade the opportunity. Options volume up around 600% and options open interest up 113%. So some mega metrics there with some big volume coming as well. You can see the long and short ratio nearly at 1.83 on Binance, which is pretty crazy as well. You can see here the XRP 08 weighted funded rate as well. So this is going to be very bullish over the course of the next 24 hours as the market continues to warm up, as we see more positive momentum. And equally, we're seeing some very interesting open interest and volume rates coming in, specifically on XRP. So the whole market has some sense of optimism back with it. And more importantly, XRP is spearheading that with those futures and everything else. Now, my personal opinion here, you're going to see further partnerships. You're going to see bigger partnerships. And more importantly here, you're going to see institutional partnerships coming through. Uphold, Metacore already in place. Who's going to come out of the woodwork? Are we going to see something listing on Coinbase? Are we going to see these big exchanges get involved? Is Wall Street finally going to get involved with XRP? Licenses in the UAE and Saudi Arabia, how are these going to play out? And more importantly, purchasing power for the global markets could be coming very soon to XRP. The shackles are truly off now, and XRP is free to go and do what it wants. The decision it needs to make is what is it doing with its case against the SEC, and on that one we will definitely have to keep an eye on. So looking at some technicals, just to give you a bit of a view here, but we see the money flow indicator looking pretty bullish, net US inflows and that big spike on the news, breaking above that 382 Fibonacci. So we're looking for 0.5. 268 is the key level. A break above 268, then we are very bullish in the market. As Bitcoin continuing to push as well, we actually broke one of the key support lines I had on my chart. So Bitcoin right now is making some moves, and it's very, very bullish. Could we see 90K before the weekend? Well, at this rate, I wouldn't want to bet against it. So let me know what you think of all of this in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of the big SEC news to come and what happens next for XRP. And as always, do check out the links in the description. Smash up that like button to a brand new all-time high. It's a moment in history that we've been talking about for a while here on the channel. So thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.